Hello again from Finley Truck and R&V. We're going to be touring the interior of the 2021 Thor Outlaw motor coach. Currently looking at the entry door. As we open, we do have a screen door. The screen pops off and closes. Cover slides over if you want to have the door open and the screen closed. As I mentioned, this unit does deadbolt as well as locks the handle and back up. We're now able to open that handle. Screen pops off, locks back into place. I will point out, this pops up and out. The batteries are housed underneath that step right there. And as we enter, go ahead and close the door behind us. Fire extinguisher just inside the front door. We do have a GFCI outlet. This switch right here controls interior lights. This middle one is for the awning, and this third one does not power anything. They put them in from the factory, usually in 3s, and this one just did not have that option there. Down below, awning controls, runs it out and in. Step light. Down below is the battery disconnect, which is currently on. You will want the disconnect on when you are using the motor coach and drawing from the batteries. You'll want to flip it up into that off position when you will not be in the motor coach, so that you do not draw power from the batteries. Down below we have the inverter. Simple on-off switch here. You will want to hold that until power comes on. And we can see our battery level as well. And holding that, goes back off. Now the inverter will control power to your television sets and other AC. However, you will need to be running the generator should you want to utilize the air conditioning unit. Power inverter does not simply have enough draw and power to provide power for the air conditioner. And then down below here we do have a solar charge controller. There is one solar panel on top. This is also giving us a battery reading right now. We're at 13.6 volts, and that is right here. Do have a little flip up counter extension right here. Moving on along, we come to single basin sink. Does have a cover, has a pull down faucet. Windows themselves, clockwise opens, counterclockwise closes. There are draw shades. Moving over to the stove, you will want to lift up. Burners, you will want to turn to the flame position and then turn your spark knob over here. We see flame back there, and then you can control the size of your flame. 2. Turn that one down really quickly. There we go. And 3. All burners lit. And back off. There are a number of drawers. Cabinet space. Right here we have access to the plumbing as well as the weight for that faucet. Down below in here there is a big lever. This is your fresh tank drain. You will want to pull that up when you need to drain the fresh tank out. Simply push it back down when you are filling your fresh tank. Standing up, a couple of switches down here. Microwave oven. Your inverter will also control the microwave oven. Did forget to mention that. Storage up above. Storage here where the microwave is plugged in. Drawers down below. At the very bottom here, breaker box fuse panel. And then we have also further storage here. This pad will fit in the rear fan vent area when it's time for winter and if you would like to insulate it further. drawers down below. Turning around here, we have our main control panel. Right here, this is going to control the generator. Again, you will want to hold down until the indicator light goes red, and then we can hold that start button and we hear the generator fire up. Shutting it back off, we have all of our tanks over here. Down below, your slide out, extend, retract. Tank heaters throughout, these two, black and gray. And then we also have the water pump. Pump indicator light is right here. Down below we have the thermostat, cool, fan, off, and heat. Have auto settings, fan and on, as well as your temperature dial. And down below we have the auto level system. For the auto level system to operate, you will need to make sure that the engine is running and leave it running. Once the engine is running, I'll go ahead and fire it up here real quick. Engine is running. We see that our jacks are down. We can go ahead and hit this retract all jacks here. And this will bring our jacks up. Once the jacks are up, we can then hit this auto level button right here. All your jacks will go down, and then we have the indicator light in here that will flash green when the jacks are leveled. There we go. We see that our jacks are down, and we can go ahead and hit this auto level button, and it will bring our jacks back down. We're showing jacks down, leveling the right side, working a level, and we'll go ahead and shut off the motor coach. That is how the auto level system works. While we're up here, go ahead and cover our bases up here. On this left side, there is an emergency start. Let's say you leave your headlights on. You'll want to hold this emergency start button up and turn over the engine. This will draw from the coach batteries, allowing you to start the motor coach. We have our light controls right here. Power locks and windows. Power mirrors and mirror heaters. Cruise control. Windshield wipers. And on the display here, we also have a backup camera on this unit. When you pull into reverse, that camera will display right here. There is a light up above as well, and manual seats. Backing up and out, we do have the ladder out to the bunk. Bunk itself does have a television, as well as a fan. Fan, we open, turning counterclockwise, opens up that vent. And then we have 4 settings here for the fan. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we go back to 1. Go ahead, turn the fan off. Close that vent. There is a window up here. Clockwise opens, counterclockwise closes. Television. This safety right here simply buckles in up top for anybody who is sleeping up there. Ladder does drop in to these hook slots right here. USB charger. There are 3 storage cabinets above here. Emergency exit window to open. You'll simply pull this lever up, push out, pull the screen, and you'll be able to exit should there be an emergency. And closing back down like so. These 4 holes here are for a table, which is underneath here. 2 legs, and 2 separate tables, as well as 1 big tabletop should you want to put all of it together. This does also jackknife out into a sleeping area, as does the one behind me. Simply lifting up in the middle and pulling out. Little jackknife. USB charger, outlets, speakers. Up here on this side we do have antenna booster. Antenna booster is on. There is a button you can press. Popping it out, antenna is off and back on again. Smoke alarm. There is a fan. Clockwise opens the vent. Black button over here turns the fan on, back off. Another television set. Down below we have the carbon monoxide propane gas alarm. Good until March of 2030. Nice big drawer underneath the fridge. Fridge works on 12 volt and propane. A couple different modes. We have an auto 12 volt power right now. Over to gas, back to auto. Your temperature settings, and power button. Moving onwards into the bathroom. Shower door, faucet, shower head. There is another fan in the bathroom. Again, this one will work either on the unit itself, but this switch controls power to it, and then turning the fan on. You can leave that on if you want to, and simply just use the switch to toggle it, and the light switch for the bathroom. Bathroom sink, and right here we have our hot water heater controls on demand. We can change our temperatures, and we can toggle it on and off right here, and back on. Step pedal toilet. Simply step on that pedal right there, draws water into the bowl, flushes out into the black tank. Cabinets, mirrors. Down below we have access to the kitchen faucet plumbing. A little bit of storage down below as well. Backing out of the bathroom. And through this door, we get to the garage. Inside the garage, have a stereo, vent, simply pull the lever and back to close. Radio, got rear lights on the back of the coach, ceiling lights, and the spotlights right there. Have an easy charge right here should you want to charge up a toy or such. Back here, nice big cabinet, another smoke alarm, vent. There is a standalone air conditioning unit over here, and underneath this shelf is the bed lift controls. Going down and back up. Just be mindful when running the bed lift down. The limit switch does not activate prior to, this is factory. This will hit the ground prior to the limit switch, so you just want to make sure that you don't over drop the bed lift. Awning control, another emergency exit window and draw shades. Slide screen for back here. Another emergency exit window. There is a fire extinguisher as well. And again, walking out, here is the patio all set up. Moving back into the motor coach. And this concludes the interior tour of the 2021 Thor motor coach.